The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Why y'all gotta bring race into everything? Why do y'all have to make Darwin black? Why does it bother y'all so much when we make a character that doesn't necessarily have a race be black? People saying that Darwin is black and people drawing black fan art of Darwin bothers you. Baby, 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 baby. You have a lot to do when it comes to how you view black people. Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you? I'm Harriana and welcome to or welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I am the captain, you are not my first mate. I'm not the first mate because you want to know why? Bring your ear closer to the speaker so hear me clearly. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harriana and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues I find within those spaces. Now, this video is not going to be long whatsoever. 10 minutes top, is that what I'm calling it? If I go over 10 minutes, I'm honestly going to laugh. But this is something I wanted to talk about, mainly because fandom is being racist as usual. And yeah, I just want to speak about it because the entire Darwin is black debate is something that's been going on since I was in middle school, if I'm correct. The Darwin is black debate is something that people get too worked up over for no reason, but also it just really shows that y'all are just anti-black as hell and y'all are uncomfortable with black people. That's literally what it is. So let's go ahead and get to the basis of where the Darwin is black thing just originated. So for those of you guys who don't know what the Amazing World of Gumball is, it's this weird show about these people that live in the city of Elmore and shit happens and everyone looks weird. Like, that's like the best thing I can say about the Amazing World of Gumball, because you'll have humans in this series. Put a finger on that because we're gonna come back to that aspect. But then you'll also see the main family, which is comprised of two talking cats. Well, no, like they about mixed breeds, but you know, and Gumball are mixed breeds. How did I just mention that? But basically, Nicole and Gumball, you know, cats. Richard and Anais are rabbits. And then Darwin we have is the goldfish. As we know that Darwin basically is a fish that they bought for Gumball to play with, but then he just randomly grew legs one day and started fucking talking. So they were like, okay, you're our adopted son now. Yay. And pretty much everyone within the Amazing World of Gumball is not human, but then there are human characters within the series and they're a hot ass mess and just very fun to poke fun at. But you know, it's not even just with people in this series being talking animals, because we have a talking rain cloud, we actually have a talking rainbow, we have talking peanuts, we have talking plants, there's a talking thumbprint, and guess what? The thumbprint is like, he's like a criminal. And then we also have talking puppets. Like, the Amazing World of Gumball is like so surreal in a sense, and that's literally like what the heart of it all. It's like they took all these things that look like rejects from like original cartoons and they put them all into one, put them in this weird ass city, and yeah, that is the ongoing storyline. So as I mentioned, that Darwin is basically the family's adopted son. That is another not an issue, but that is another aspect of why a lot of people like to say that Darwin is black, because non-black people often do adopt black children. So that's one aspect of it there. But then also, for those of you who do know and you actually did your research on the show, you would know that Darwin's voice actors are always black. Like, they always are black. They've been black from the beginning. So that is why so many people were like, oh my gosh, Darwin's voiced by a black person? That means Darwin's black. So that's just kind of where a lot of this headcanon started from. But also it came from the fact that, like, Darwin, people would say that Darwin is the darkest one in the family, which he is, because orange is darker than both blue and pink. Like, blue is like a cool color, but you know, like actual like skin tone wise, like it's orange, it's hot. So that's another reason why a lot of people like to say Darwin is black. But so much of this just stemmed from the fact that his voice actor was black. But then you always have those annoying people that have to come in and just kind of like shit on everybody and be nasty. people will come here and say, oh, my headcanon is that Darwin is black. Mind you that almost everyone in this series is an anthropomorphic character. There are humans in the show. Like I said, remember that. So everyone here is saying, oh, Darwin's black, but people are like, no, just because his voice actor is black doesn't mean that he's black. And I was like, listen, you're racist fuck. Shut up. Shut up. Like, y'all complain about black voice actors whenever. Y'all always harassing them. Y'all are always dragging them. Leave black VAs alone. Like, us saying that Darwin is black is not bothering anyone. It's not hurting anybody. It's just something fun, silly, and whatever, okay? Because people don't seem to understand that black people do not have that much representation within media as y'all think we do. And on top of the representation that we do have, half of it, more than half of it, is extremely problematic as hell. So when we do watch shows like The Amazing World of Gumball, we tend to have headcanons about the characters that aren't human, and we like to say that, oh, that this character is black or whatnot. Because I remember we were saying that Penny from The Amazing World of Gumball 2, who is basically Gumball's girlfriend, we were saying that Penny was black just as well, and people threw the same hissy fit they threw when we said that Darwin was black about Penny being black. And mind you, they have this fit every single time because there's been this ongoing trend of, can you remember the rain? I did it too because I loved it. Oh my gosh. I kid you not, I always dreamed of drawing The Amazing World of Gumball fan art since I was in middle school, around the time period where I stopped drawing. And I finally drew my first pieces of Amazing World of Gumball fan art, and I'm just happy about it, and I just love it. I'm proud of me. But I drew Darwin black, and I drew him with locks, and a lot of other people were having different interpretations of how they were drawing Darwin too. Some people drew him with an afro, some people drew him with braids. Like, it was honestly really cool to see how so many people had this interpretation of how Darwin would look like if, you know, he was a human. And we usually like to say that he's black, but then you'll have those asshats that come out of nowhere and be like, why y'all gotta bring race into everything? Why do y'all have to make Darwin black? Why does it bother y'all so much when we make a character that doesn't necessarily have a race be black? Like, why does that bother y'all so much? We barely don't have that much good representation in the first place. We do, and we latch onto those characters, but then also at the same time, why does this shit bother you? Why do you think white is the default? And remember how I said that? Because people will be like, oh, barely anybody's human in The Amazing World of Gumball, so like, nobody's black. But like I said, y'all always tend to headcanon people as like them being white. Because I kid you not, you never see these kind of takes when people be over here making all the characters in The Amazing World of Gumball and the fan art white. You never see these kind of takes. But for you to get mad about this is stupid, because as I remember that in The Amazing World of Gumball, we do see humans within the series. Remember that? With those human characters, many of them are black. So you guys are acting like black people within The Amazing World of Gumball universe don't exist when they clearly do. And as I mentioned at that episode where they made everybody human, mind you, I found it disrespectful that they made Darwin a dog. But there's another aspect of when they did like a little fan fiction episode, I think, and we saw that there was a glimpse of Darwin and he was black in that too. But also within that episode, we saw that Penny is actually black. Like, we all knew Penny was a black girl, but it actually was confirmed.
Hi, editing me here. I feel like this is really important to put in here because I already know somebody in the comment section is going to try to justify that episode where they had the Wattersons like as real people and then they had Darwin as the dog. Like, that justifies what they actually are. But people are like, oh no, the the Wattersons are not people of color because this happened. And I was like, do y'all not realize that that episode, let me tell you, Gumball is low-key one of them shows where some of y'all are just not smart enough to watch it. But that episode literally was a joke because it was supposed to be like the perfect family. And when we think of that air quote perfect family, you know, white picket fence with a dog, white people, that's why they were white. And Richard wasn't even fat in the picture, so that's how we knew it was fake. And then they also made Darwin a dog, and I had said something about how it pissed me off that they made Darwin a dog, but they never treated Darwin like a pet in that family, ever. They treated Darwin like one of them, so of course it was a joke. Gumball can be very surreal and have satire humor on its own universe. That's why I just kind of get annoyed sometimes when it comes to talking to the show. Because it's just kind of clear that some of y'all are just not smart enough to understand certain aspects with it, and that's okay. That's all right. You didn't get it. But in conclusion, Darwin is black and Nicole is Asian. I never view Nicole as a white woman, ever.
But people just tend to get so angry and worked up over something that's not worth getting angry and worked up over for. It should not necessarily bother you guys at all that a lot of black fans just want to say that Darwin is black. It's not. It's just kind of spot on. The voice actor's black. It's fun. It's funny. It was nothing that needed to be taken seriously, okay? But also on top of that, I have one more thing to say and then we're gonna cut it off. When I tell you that anti-blackness seems to seep up anywhere you go, it truly does. Because the fact that the Amazing World of Gumball has a racist fandom is genuinely not surprising, because when you look at it, somebody had even said this. They were like, what is something that you have learned over the years? And somebody was like, all fandoms are racist, even ones that don't have people in them all that much. And I was like, no, genuinely, yes, that literally is the case, because this is the case here. What blows me the most about these entire things of people trying to say Darwin not black, stop saying that he's black, is that when you look at, like, you know, the fan art, the stuff that gets reposted, the most popular pictures are the ones of him being black, but Cartoon Network actually reposted this picture that these people have made of the Watterson family. It was on the official account, so don't try to act like you know what you're talking about. And in that picture, it was a black Darwin. We just wanted to headcanon him as that. Like, it just kind of fits, okay? Stop getting mad about things black people do, because I even mentioned something like this on my Instagram before, but I was like, the problem isn't black people doing this. The problem is that y'all seem to have an issue with every little thing a black person does. So yeah, if people saying that Darwin is black and people drawing black fan art of Darwin bothers you, baby, you have a lot to do when it comes to how you view black people, because that is something that literally should not upset you. Okay, but that is all I've had to say for this video. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be long. I just wanted to keep it short, mainly because I love the Amazing World of Gumball and I just been wanting to talk more about it on my channel, on top of the fact that Nicole Watterson is the introduction of her audio for my podcast, An Animated Female Unhinged. We will be getting around to doing Nicole's episode 2, but the link down below if you guys are interested in listening to my podcast. I have a sale on all my accessories going on my website on harryanahook.com. Link to that will be down below too. What else is going on? Follow me on Instagram, because that's really the only social media platform I'm on. Deeply appreciate it. Interested in supporting the channel on Patreon down below, lowest tier is $1, or you want to make a one-time donation over there on Ko-fi. And then also on Ko-fi, I'm gonna start doing commissions soon for profile pictures and stuff. Just fun, cute little stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be long. I just kind of wanted to get my Gumball thoughts out of my brain. So yeah, I got them out. Fandom racists suck. Y'all are annoying as shit. And y'all are irritating, because you know you will never say this stuff to any of us in our faces. So, but yeah, I'm doing too much now. But thank you guys for watching and have a good night.